I think the scariest part of infertility, I think almost any woman could tell you this, you can endure the pain. I easily could have endured the pain if I knew the outcome. I think almost every woman wants to be a mom, but just not knowing, like, will I ever have that child of my own? And again, if you know from the beginning to what the end looks like, you're good. So when you're in it, it's just not ever knowing what that looks like.
And it's awful. And that realization that this is gonna be hard for you, it might not happen for you.
So I was at a loss in that, like, not knowing anybody else going through this, and we weren't open about it at that time. And your world just crumbles and you don't know.
Lonely. It's very lonely. You have friends that easily get pregnant and are expanding their families, and you've been not feeling complete.
You have to grieve that part of your dream, like what you thought your life was gonna be like.
I think you can go really dark really fast. I hear from a lot of women when they start seeking the support group that they're at their lowest point, that they don't have anybody that understands. You have the family that just wants to tell you to quit stressing about it. Don't worry, you're worrying too much. It'll happen, you're young. It can cause relationship problems with your whole family. We have people that don't go to Christmas with their family. We have people that can't go to baby showers, and that's okay, but they need support to know that that's okay. Support gives you hope. Support gives you somebody to lean on, helps you to keep going, helps you to vent all that negative, all that disappointment to somebody and pick up and be ready to go again, be ready to look at the next option. It gives you somebody to say, I've been there and it's gonna work out, it's gonna be okay, and that's just priceless when you have that.
I was Googling infertility conferences and there was nothing in the Kansas City area. And so since I couldn't plan my journey to parenthood, I decided to ask these girls to help me plan a conference because I didn't want anyone else out there feeling the way I felt.
The mission of KCIA is to help support people through their journey, to give them the resources that they need to find the best route to build their family, and to just give them hope.
The conference is big because they can come and learn about topics, and this year they're gonna get to meet many of the professionals. The regular support group gives that monthly support or just occasional support because some of these people are in this journey for years. So they may not come to every support group, but when they're having a tough time or when they're getting ready for that next in vitro transfer, they come and they seek us out. We develop personal relationships a lot of times with the people who are struggling to build their families. And so then we're emailing and supporting them and having lunch with them and just making the journey easier for each person.
The support groups were just so helpful because, all these people are from different walks of life, different personalities, everything, but we have this one thing in common, and our experiences are very different, but in some ways they're very much the same. And just being able to talk to somebody who's actually gone through it and knows where you are and what you're feeling, that is just priceless.
It has affected me by being there for her, like being a kind of a support, supporting her in ways that I can't support her.
Sometimes you feel like you're the only person going through it, even though you know you're not. And in your brain, you know that that's completely irrational. But then you are, even if it's like online, you might not even know these people like in real life, but you get online and you're on the forum and you're on the Facebook page talking to people about things you've gone through, and hey, did progesterone make your butt fat? And people who are able to have children easily, they don't understand. You can still be a mom. Even if your child has died, you're still a mom. And even if you have never had a child, but that desire is in your heart, there are ways to make it happen. Don't give up on that dream of parenting just because it's harder than most people. It's gonna be an amazing story.
It brings the relief that this is not always gonna be so dark. This is not the end of the story. One of my favorite sayings is, in the end, it's all gonna be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Anybody that's struggling to build their family, it would fit. Anybody that feels like they've tried everything and maybe they need some new advice, Anybody that wants to have a child, I think, could benefit from KCIA if they haven't been able to just do it the traditional way.
We know that you are struggling, and we know that right now you're feeling that, am I ever really going to be a mom? Am I ever going to be a dad? There are lots of resources out there for you. Couples and women who have traveled your journey and now have families of their own, and they want to help you along your journey. You know, we really want you to know that you're not alone.